Hmm. It appears I'm not the only one that's late. That's okay. I've been talking to myself for days. I'll just sit here and talk to myself, I guess. No, I won't. There's Veruca. There's Kevin. There's Captain Obvious. Kathy, a blank slate. I hate March, blank slate. But I know a lot of people like March. So I only hate it for me. Hey, Gina Domino, Texas girl. I just hate it. It's the month I lost my mother. Tomorrow will be her death anniversary. It's the month I lost my father. But, and it's St. Patrick's Day. And to be honest with you, I can't understand ruining a good beer by turning it green. But that's just me. So I know March is supposed to be new beginnings, for spring, out with the winter, in with the spring, and I'm ready for that. And for all of you that love March, I love you for loving it. Hey, Lindsay, Sweet Lulu, Top Cop, Jamie. It's a good month to love. It just so happens, that I don't love it. So I don't happen to care for it. But for everybody else, you all know I'm texting because you know I can't talk and text at the same time. Um, yeah, I mean, why ruin a good beer by turning it green? But they do turn that one river green, and it's probably pretty cool. Or maybe they turn more rivers green. Because usually rivers are like muddy looking and nasty looking. Hey, Diamond Cutter. Um, Lolly came home yesterday. She came home in a cute little box. When I was there, I was crying and upset, and I didn't really pick out anything spectacular. I mean, I didn't pick out anything. Uh, but she did. She come home in a cute little box. It's got her nameplate on the front, and I'm gonna get another nameplate or another plate to put above it, engraved that says I wasn't her dog, she was my human. Or as Lolly would say, human. But I woke up and I saw Nini's post welcoming March in. And I was like, oh God, no, it's not already March. Then I realized tomorrow is March 2nd, and I freaking hate that day because that is the day my mother gained her wings. Thank you, Diamond Cutter. Moving in May to Southeast Florida. You'll love it. I mean, I was in Florida for 7 or 8 years. Might have been more than that. And I didn't take full advantage of everything that Florida had to offer because, I worked every day. And when you live there, it's it's different, you know. I know, right, Kevin? You know, when you live in Florida, you go to work, it's hot outside, you just want to go home and be in your air conditioning. But hashtag live like Lolly. Yes. Thank you, Dolly Cup. Thank you. And speaking of Florida, I've got my girlfriend that I've known, my best friend that I've known for, I don't know, 40 plus years. And she's really going through it right now, too. Her dad is sick with bone cancer. So I hate to say it, but he's like a second father to me. Um, but he's probably not going to be around a whole lot longer. And she's wanting to take off and go to Florida this weekend. And I would love to take Lolly back to the beach one more time, but I don't know, man. I've just been spending a lot of money lately, and I mean, not on me particularly, but it's just been like, I don't know. I should just do it. I know I should just do it, but Clearwater is beautiful. I lived on both the West Coast at one time and the East Coast. I lived on the West Coast, but I couldn't find work over there. Um, I lived in a little town called Newport Richey, and I couldn't find work over there. So I moved to the East Coast to go to work on the cruise ship. And I personally like the East Coast better, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, the Gulf side is more quiet and laid back, but Clearwater is a beautiful beach. Um, yeah, Newport Richey is a cute little town. I mean, it's the kind of town that the sidewalks fold up at 9 o'clock at night. But like I said, when I was in Florida, I didn't take full advantage of it. I didn't do all the things that Florida has to offer, because I was working. And it's just different when you visit Florida versus live in Florida. Yes, Dunedin. That's where my landlord actually lived. Port St. Lucie is where we will be. West side, Clearwater is so calm. Yes. Port St. Lucie is pretty cool too. I've been, everywhere when it comes to Florida. There might be a few private beaches I haven't been to, but your brother lives in Florida. You need to go visit. Yeah, go visit. Look here, I'm telling you to go, and I'm sitting here debating while I got my girlfriend texting me saying, book the hotel room, book the hotel room. Because she wants to get away from her life. And to be honest with you, I'm not digging being in this house right now, and only because it's so different without Lolly here. But as I've said, I've spent so much money lately that it's just insane. But I rarely spend money on me, so I might do it. I don't know. I'll probably get another e-begging video from batshit crazy babe or instigator 5150 over there. She's probably down at the police station filing a report on me right now. That woman's nuts. Don't make impulsive decisions when you're grieving. Well, it would just be a few days in Florida. It's not like I'm going to buy a new car or anything like that, Boots. But thanks for having my back, kid. I miss Florida sometimes too, especially when it's I do have Cash App. I just don't know the name of it. I don't know the app. I don't know the I don't know what it is. But I don't know. I'm telling you all, somebody, a good friend of mine just messaged me and said that since her uh a blank slate, you don't have to do that, kid. Uh since a procedure that she had or since she's been ill, that her memory is gone. That it's her memory is slipping. She knows who I'm talking about if she's listening. And you know, I totally get what she's saying because I swear to heavens, I've said this from day one. When I had my colon resection, when I had cancer, I swear they did something to my decision making part of my brain, the anesthesia or something. I told you all the story about standing in a grocery store crying, staring at butter for 20 minutes because they didn't have my kind of butter. Hey, Sunnyside. The anesthesia did something to my brain where I can't make decisions. I mean, the most minute ones. Butter, people. We're talking butter. Yeah, that healthy dose of vitamin D. My doctor's had me on vitamin D since the whole COVID thing started. So you loved it. Yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it because I do miss it. Most of the people that I was close to down there are no longer there. They've either passed away or they've moved away. Um, Florida to me is like a great place to visit, but I'm not sure I want to live there again. That's just me. All of you people saying you want to move there, you want to live there, that's great. If you already live down there, you know, but I have a lot of good memories I left down there and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Um, I try not to have regrets. Hey, Galway. But yeah, the person I'm talking about who said since their procedure or their illness that they've become real forgetful. Well, I'm telling you that anesthesia took away that part of my brain that helps me make decisions. And people get aggravated at me because they'll be like, where do you want to go eat or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Don't make me decide. It'll put me in a full blown freaking panic attack. But I still have the big C anxiety, Gina. Yes, that's what it was, Galway. Hey, good morning, Mommy at three. I don't know. Like I said, I woke up to Ninny's little, and I love Ninny. She's so positive. Um, she always puts up positive posts and I woke up and that's the first thing I see is her community post about, yay, it's March or whatever. And I was like, ugh, it's freaking March. Thanks, Sunnyside. I'm really trying. I'm all cried out. I don't have any tears left. I might someday, but you know, I put the little box in the bed with me last night. Um, and it's a little box because, well, she was a little dog. And I turned on a little pug snoring that somebody sent me. It wasn't the same, but I did finally get a couple hours sleep last night. But I took a Klonopin before bed too, so they're prescribed and I don't abuse them. Actually, I always have extras left over at the end of the month, so I don't take them like I'm prescribed. But I took a Klonopin and put the little box next to me, and but yeah, I woke up to Ninny's, "Hey, it's March," or and like I said, I love Ninny. I love the fact that she's positive and she's fun, and I know, Sunnyside, you don't, girl. You don't even know how much I miss that freaking snoring. Yeah, sub up to Ninny, man. She's just blown up. Her channel has just blown up. And then I noticed that Frenchie, I don't know how to say her whole name completely. She did a little video to ballet batshit crazy and instigator 5150 over there, because that woman read out comments from people that normally would support her because they don't like the same people that she doesn't like. But she read out comments to people and she was like really, really rude to them, which, like I said, now I'll probably get another police report filed against me. According to her, I have like two or three already. Yeah, I know, Kathy. I haven't even picked up her food bowls. I haven't even. They're still laying. I have this little mat, and I always fed her in my room because Big Dog would get to her food. I mean, he's a big dog. He would eat anything. So, and I have a little gate on my room where the big dog can't get it. Well, he's figured out how to open the gate. So every morning he comes in and he lays his big head on my thigh, like, okay, will you get up and deal with me? So that's still happening. Yeah, I'll have the muffins waiting. I just couldn't believe the way she treated her supporters. I mean, people that didn't really say anything rude to her. They just expressed their opinion about her video, and yes, I can believe it because I'm telling you, I told you all this story once before. When she supported Laura had a live stream one time, and I was watching it, and this woman literally mentioned my name like 77 times. And I text Laura and I said, "Look, I'm not going to report your stream, but I am going to report her comments." Because they were all about my son and how I shouldn't have a dog. She even said that again in one of her videos recently, that I shouldn't have a dog because I couldn't afford it. Lolly got a haircut every 5 weeks. I don't get a haircut every 5 weeks. Oh no, you're not coming off wrong, Captain Obvious. I shared Lolly's passing for a reason. And the biggest, hey Bailey, the biggest reason was because I felt like Lolly was a part of this community. Because even people that don't like me got used to her snoring in the background. To me, she was a part of this community. Now, she didn't get involved in the drama. Usually if I was hollering and screaming, she would look at me like, I just, like I lost my mind, or she'd start barking, wanting to go potty. But I shared that because she was part of this community. She was like a silent, not so silent part of the community. That's why I shared it. And I didn't share it to get money, which you can look at my community post. God forbid I was on the other line with somebody. My live raised $221.90 something cents, and I didn't type in the $21. But you can see where I forwarded the 200 to the ASPCA. I have no qualms about that. I'm good with it. I hope it helps some little doggy or some little kitten or some abused horse, or, you know, I, I didn't go live to get money, as Ballet Babe kind of tried to make it out to be. But she's a nut, and what more can you say about her other than she's a nutcase? I should write a poem for Lolly. I might do that. I love writing poems, and I'm pretty damn good at it, if I say so myself. All dogs do go to heaven. You know, God made dogs, and he made them in his image. And I'm not saying God's a dog, but I mean, number one, dog spelled backwards is God. And whether you believe in God or not, God loves you unconditionally, just like a dog. God is there to listen to you, regardless, just like a dog. God is there to welcome you home, just like a dog. I'm a firm believer in this. Now, I might get a video made where I'm crazy. But I do believe God made dogs to make up for his physical being here on earth. Dogs don't talk back. That's true. Well, some of them can get a little shitty sometimes, but Lolly was starting to get a little shitty with me when I was taking scissors and trimming around her eyes. I mean, Ballet Babe said I couldn't even afford to give my dog a bath. Are you kidding me? I had prescription shampoo that I got from the vet that she was bathed in twice a week, that had to stay on her skin for 20 minutes. Try keeping her in a tub of water for 20 minutes. You know, yeah, I had a hard time getting her groomed because of her skin infection. No groomer wanted to deal with it. I'm sorry. That's what I went through. But it's okay, Ballet Babe. You freaking nut. And like I said, it's true, Diamond Cutter. I mean, think about it. Dog spelled backwards is God, and everything about a dog is godly. Um, the unconditional love, the there for you at your lowest moments and at your highest moments. I mean, I've always looked at it like that, which is why I've always felt the need to have a dog. And like I said, I'll probably get a video saying that maybe I need 5150. And maybe I do. Maybe I should go check myself in somewhere. But right now, my girlfriend's pestering the dog shit, pardon the pun, the shit out of me to check myself into a beachside hotel, which I feel guilty doing because I don't spend money on myself. I felt guilty going and getting my freaking nails done the other day because I've always done my own nails. But I went with my sister-in-law a month or so ago, and you all know that when you get gel polish, it's hard to get off. So I sat and chewed and chewed and chewed to get it off I know, nasty, but I did it. It was the top of my nails, not the bottom of my nails. Don't bite your nails, people. I don't bite my nails. I was just chewing the top of it off, and it was looking gross. So I went to have the old polish taken off, and while I was there, I went ahead and had new polish put on. And I felt guilty. Hey, Mandy. Oh, I'm sorry about the floods, man. I've seen pictures on the Weather Channel. And yes, it is a bitch. I was below sea level in Florida, and my place flooded once. And I didn't shovel mud, but it's a bitch. Well, I don't know about ass in the water, toes in the sand. My ass is pretty big. I don't even know if I would get into a bathing suit at this point. I did last year on the boat with my family, only because it was my family. And I had an email from an attorney, and I didn't open it up, but I showed my niece. I said, "Look, I have a contract right here saying no pictures," because she's like a picture freak. And she promised me she wouldn't take no pictures of me on the boat, and she didn't. Because, well, the hernia is not the nicest thing to look at, but I know, dog mom. I know. But like I said, and more so for my girlfriend, because I mean, she's really been going through it with her dad. She's basically his caretaker. He's in the end stages. Um, she stresses over everything. Unlike me, where I've blown up uh weight wise, she's shrunken down to nothing. Um, I don't know, guys. Like I said, it's just one of those things that Mandy, I'm sorry. The livestock, I guarantee you, they're just, and you feel sorry for them, but there's nothing you can do. I mean, I know they're out there traipsing around in mud, and they're just a muddy mess right now, but sunshine's coming your way, Mandy, and it's going to dry it all up, and your livestock is going to be clean again. And I worry, when I see these flooded areas and people have livestock, they have horses, they have cows, and they're, you know, God love them, they're knee deep in mud and sludge. And I don't know if I deserve a trip. I haven't really done anything spectacular to deserve anything, but I just, I hate to tell my girlfriend no, because like I said, she's going through so much. I can promise you that if I decide to go, and I have to make the decision here within the next couple hours, because, well, we got to book everything, but I'm taking Lolly back to the beach with me. I'm giving Lolly one more trip back to the beach. Except this time, the little shit won't be able to bury her head in the sand. That's all you can do, Mandy, is band together. And that's, even in the worst times in this country, it seems like we still come together in the worst moments. A neighbor helping a neighbor. Um, it's when the color of somebody's skin all of a sudden doesn't matter. To most of us, it doesn't matter on an everyday basis. But, you know, somebody's financial status doesn't matter. Um, and as bad as I hate to see the stories on TV about the floodings and the tornadoes and everything like that, it is so cool to watch the success stories. I know, Bailey. I've done had people, you know, calling me saying, hey, look, this little dog, this little dog, that little dog. And I'm not ready for that. I don't know when I'll be ready for that. I mean, I might wake up tomorrow and be ready for it. But for right now, for today, I'm not ready for it. I will have another dog in my life because dogs bring me peace. And I need peace sometimes. But I can tell you, I probably won't be live tomorrow because it's just a really sucky day for me. It's the day I lost my mother. And although it's been many, many years, it doesn't change. I celebrate my mother's birthday. I refuse to get sad on my mother's birthday because that's the day God put her on earth. But on the death anniversaries, they really kind of get to me. And then on the 14th is my father's. And like I said, I know everybody should love March. It's the beginning of, the flowers start blooming and the weather starts warming up and it's like everything starts fresh again. And, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't hate the whole month. I should just hide away for a couple days during the month. I don't know. It's just a really sucky month. But for those of you all that have birthdays in March, I want to go ahead and wish you a happy birthday. For those of you all that love St. Patrick's Day when they ruin a good beer by turning it green, happy St. Patrick's Day. Because it should be a good month. And for most people, it is a good month. Just not me. Everybody has their bad months, right? Everybody has their days that they wake up and like, God, not today. I'm no different than anybody else on here. It just so happens my bad month is March. But good things happened in March too. My niece was born in March. My sister was born in March. So good things happen in March too. I got Lolly in March. I think. Might have been April. Might have been April. My big dog died in March. Oh, God. I got to stop with this. My therapist needs to call stat. Until then, y'all, my therapist. So go ahead, start giving me therapy. Start telling me it's okay to feel this way. Go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm watching chat. Give me my therapy lessons or my therapy sessions. Come on, y'all can do it. Actually, my therapist called me, I don't know, last week, I guess, sometime. We had a session over the phone. And she said that she was moving to a different uh, sector of therapy. She was getting back into the criminal side of it. And I was like, oh, good Lord, I got to go out and break the freaking law to keep you as my therapist. And she said no, that she was able to keep a couple of her clients, and she chose me as one of them. Sunnyside says, my advice for you is to take the trip. Mandy, I'm glad that you can come in here and take a little break from your mess that you got going on. And just remember, the sun will come out and it will dry things up and you will get back to normal. Look at me giving you therapy sessions. Would you look at that? Me giving you therapy sessions. Like I'm in any position to do that. I know, Bailey Vex. You're more than welcome to give me your thoughts elsewhere. Sweet Pieces, take the trip, relax and enjoy the memories of Lolly. I know, guys, but I don't know. I guess I'm a tightwad. I don't have much, but I'm a little thrifter. I mean, I've got the money to take the trip. Don't worry about that. But thank you, Mandy. Bless you. Like I said, I've got the money to take the trip. But you know what's always and this, people, is why I'm in therapy. I know you only live once. And I haven't really been living life to the fullest lately. But neither has anybody else because of the pandemic. Life has just been kind of, I won't even say sucky, but segregated. Everybody's been, stop talking yourself out of it. Well, this is part of the reason I'm in therapy because, I've always got it in the back of my mind that if I have money in the bank, I need to hang on to it because maybe Lolly would need it. Well, Lolly's not going to need it now. What if something happened to Lolly and I had to have the money? Or, what if something happens to Chance and I need to help him? Or look, obviously, I'm sick in the head, okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't be in therapy. Really, I just came live today because I hate March and I'm lonely. I'm lonely over my lowly. Morning, D-Rod. The house is so different. I mean, Big Dog's still here. But, man, he's not getting in my bed. Only because he sheds too much. Maybe I'll redo my bedroom. No, I won't. Because that means spending money. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, my decision part of my brain has been wackadoo since my cancer surgery. And I'm telling you, it's a real thing. When you stand in a grocery store and cry over butter. Now, keep in mind, this was right after my surgery and I was still going through chemo. But when you stand in a grocery store and cry because you cannot pick an alternative butter, then you know that that anesthesia has done something to your brain. Thank you, Yarnfield. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, but yeah, Ems, that's why I got Lolly, because she was a non-shedding dog. And I lived in an apartment and I didn't have the heart to have a big dog in an apartment. But thank you, Yarnfield. Like I said, you don't have to do that. All your feelings are valid. All my feelings are crazy. Me too, slate. I do it all the time. My therapist will give me like assignments to do. Like she'll want me to go and read this something, and she'll tell me where to find it online or whatever. And my concentration, nope, I can't. I was gonna try that diamond painting stuff where, the diamond, and I don't have the concentration to do that anymore. I can't even stay on topic on a live stream. So does Big Dog. So does my brother's Mastiff and my sister's two Mastiffs, which we lost some of the shedding, some of the hair when they moved into their own place. But my concentration is shot. I can't even text and talk to y'all at the same time. That's how bad. Wonder if I can chew gum and walk. I haven't tried that in a while. Diamond painting is relaxing. I thought about trying it, but happy color. Thank you, Mandy. I love you guys too. When I got that little dog in the mail yesterday from Tawanda, of course, I didn't know it was from Tawanda when I got it, but my brother come in yesterday and saw it sitting on the table, and he goes, "Where did that come from?" Normally, that would be a toy for Lolly, but yes, chemo fog, chemo brain, but I said, a friend of mine sent that, and he said, "One of your YouTube friends?" And I said, "I guess you can call her that, but in my opinion, she's my real friend." And he's like, "That's so sweet." And my brother is not he doesn't talk like that. He's rough and gruff, and, well, he pretends to be. He bawled like a baby when I carried Lolly out of here the other day. I mean, he like kissed her on the top of her head and everything. He tries to act big and bad, but doesn't fly. Hey, Mel D. D-Rod, I have the thought, then it goes away. Then I have the thought, then it goes away. Then I have the thought. It's almost like I'm betraying Lolly. Like, like Lolly sitting there thinking, "Damn, bitch, I ain't even been out the door 3 days yet, and you're already thinking about another puppy." But I don't know. I can honestly say that I know that I will have another dog in my life. Um, and if you rewind and listen to my live, you'll understand why. Um, I will definitely have another dog in my life. I don't know when. Um, Hopefully the dog picks me, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. See, it's one of those decision making things that I can't do right now or ever. I'm horrible at it. Yeah. See, I didn't wait long after I lost my big dog. After I had to put him down, I got Lolly within a month. As soon as she turned, I mean, I found her and she was only 5 weeks old. So I had to wait the 3 weeks to get her. Yeah, I've looked at that, Sunnyside. Even my brother said yesterday, he goes, "So what are you thinking about when you get another dog?" I was like, "I don't know." Because before Lolly passed, he said if I brought another thing in this house that eats or shits, excluding Chance, he was talking about animals. Uh, but then he said yesterday, "So what are you thinking about getting another dog? What kind of dog you thinking about?" Well, it's not going to be a Mastiff because although I love them, they're big, gentle giants. They are the clingiest, attention seeking dogs that I've ever met. Yes, I have looked at rescues, Sweet Pea. Yeah, I guess I'll know when I'm ready. Hell, I don't know. I'm still sitting here debating whether to book the hotel room. I hate when people put decisions on me. Don't ever make me choose, you all, because I suck at it. Sweet Pea, book it. Kathy, book it. Yeah, I don't know. If I do, I can honestly say it would be more for my girlfriend than it would be for me. Because she definitely needs to get away from the everyday. I mean, being a caretaker of somebody, live like Lolly. You're right, Kathy. Lolly would book it in a heartbeat. No, she wouldn't. She would look at me and say, "Human." But being the caretaker of her daddy is, it's just wearing her out mentally and physically, and girls trips are the best. So I'll probably frickin' do it. And I try to live life with no regrets, so I'll try not to regret it. Take looks at ice. Take looks at ice. Are we playing a game, Kathy? Take looks at ice. Oh, take Lolly's advice. uh, Kathy, that's kind of funny. I was sitting here going, what can I make that out to be? Because I know she doesn't mean it as take looks at ice. Take Lolly's advice. Yeah, she would probably tell me to go. But then she'd be like, just leave me home because I don't want to make that trip. She hated to fly. I told you all the story about me and Lolly were flying one time, and she was small enough I could use her as my carry-on. And I had to sedate her. The vet had given me, I don't know, tramadol or I don't know, puppy downers, because she wasn't a good traveler either by car or by plane. And I know I told you all this story. You got to get tired of me repeating my stories. But yes, D-Rod, she came home yesterday. I have her sitting here right next to me. As a matter of fact, my phone is propped up next to her or on her. Which, if she was here, I would have propped my phone up against her too, because Well, she'd be asleep and wouldn't care. Uh, what was I talking about? Oh, flying with Lolly. I went out and I got this Delta approved carry-on case, paid her ticket was more expensive than my ticket, okay? And she's sedated. And we called her treats goodies. And she's very quiet. She's in her carrier. I have her tucked up underneath the seat as much as I can without squishing her. And lo and behold, the airline steward walks through with the cart and she says, drinks, cocktails, goodies. Man, Lolly's head popped up out of that bag. I was like, oh, gee, she just said goody. Yeah. Yeah, Lolly. I was like, oh no, of all the words she could have used, she could have said snacks. She could have said whatever. But when she said drinks, cocktails, goodies, and Lolly's head, I mean, it's like she popped up out of sedation. Her little head popped up out of the carrying case because I had it unzipped because I wanted to feed her little pieces of treat so her ears wouldn't pop. Because my ears pop on a plane, and I know that hurts. And all I kept thinking was, what if Lolly's little ears pop and hurt? So I figured if I was like, sneaking her little treats, that she would be chewing and it would keep her ears from popping. But then that stewardess said, goodies. And nobody even knew Lolly was on the plane. She was that quiet. Even the man next to me said, damn, I didn't know there was a dog in there. But yeah, she popped up and started barking, and it's like, well, way to go, lady. I'd never heard a stewardess use the word goody before, but at least she didn't say num nums. Because when I wanted kisses from Lolly, I would say, give me some num nums, num 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 num. And she would give me kisses. Now, if she'd have walked through saying num nums, I might have had a problem. Well, the woman might have had a problem. She might have had to let Lolly give her a kiss. Yeah, I got so many memories of that pup. So many memories. But I just wanted to come on and tell you how bad I hate March. But for all of you that love March, I hope you have a happy March. And I'll talk to you again. If I go to Florida, I'll even go live from there so you all can see. But like my stomach is in knots on what to do. Well, thank you, Mandy. Are you talking to me that you adore me? Me? Moi? Oh, I have so many memories of Lolly. Like I said, if I go to Florida, I'm taking her with me. And I'm going to set her little box in the sand. And I'm going to say, now, I double dog dare you to try to bury your head now. And she'll laugh at me. I just miss her so much, I swear. But it'll get better. It always does. Everybody's been through this. Oh, so many cute memories of Lolly. When my son had a friend stay the night one night and he slept on the couch. and he had put his wallet and like $6, a 5 and a 1, and his contact case on the floor next to him. Well, thank you, Mandy. Well, I told you all about the little house, the little cushiony house that Lolly and Susie, they both had little cushion like houses. Lolly's had her name on it, Susie's had her name on it. And he woke up and his $6 and his contact case was missing. And he's like, "Man, that was my last $6 and I can't see shit without my contacts." And I just knew it had to be Lolly. I was like, we called him Gus. And I grew up with his dad, so I even dated his dad at one time. But it's so weird that Chance runs around with kids of people that I ran around with. But you never thought that would happen back when you were younger, running around with them. But lo and behold, I said, "Gus, check Lolly's house." And he reached his hand in there and she growled at him. And at the time, she probably weighed 5 pounds. And he goes, "She's going to bite me. It's in there. I can see it." So he picked up the house and kind of dumped her out. And I'm laughing too hard to do anything about it. And he kind of dumped her out gently. He didn't like sling her around or anything. And out fell his $6 in his contact case. She didn't eat it or chew it up or anything. She just stole it. But when he reached his hand in that little house, you could hear her little bitty 5-pound growl. "She's going to bite me." And of course, I'm rolling laughing. But she would have taken the wallet too if it wasn't so heavy. She couldn't drag it. She meant business. She wasn't giving up that $6 or that contact case. But I have a picture of Lolly in a toy box with all of these toys. And you can't hardly even pick her out of these toys. That was her toy box. I might post that on my community page. I mean, she's in this plastic bin thing that we use for toys, and she's down in the middle of it. And you couldn't hardly even pick out which one was Lolly. Mandy, I hope things get better for you, and I'll pray for sunshine and warm weather to dry up that mess you're going through. I'm going to get off here anyways. I got some phone calls to make. I got some decisions to make. And that stresses me out so much. But I might hashtag live like Lolly and go ahead and book the trip. I don't know. If I do, I will definitely take you all along with me on some journey. Yeah, pray for Mandy, man. She's got a mess on her hands. Pray for everybody that's dealing with that mess right now. The whole world is in a pickle right now, so I just want to wake up one day and turn on the news and there be nothing bad. There's nothing bad for the news to talk about. But it'll come out. It'll happen. Guys, I appreciate you all coming in here and listening to me ramble. Did want to let you know that Lolly made it home. It is comforting to have her home. Regardless of the circumstances, it did warm my heart to have her back with me. And I just came on to shoot the shit and tell you how bad I hated the month of March. And tomorrow will be a really sucky day for me. But I'll get through it. I've gotten through it for 20 some odd years, so it'll be okay. And I don't know. Maybe I need this trip. I don't know. Who knows? Guys, I want you all to have a beautiful day, even though it is March. Um, if the sun is shining, get out, get you some vitamin D. If it's raining, curl up with a good movie or a good book. If you're at work, play a trick on a coworker or make somebody laugh. Yeah, autocorrect hates everybody, Mandy. But I do appreciate you guys coming in and listening to me ramble on. And I probably have another police report against me from Nutcase over there. So I need to make muffins and coffee and wait on them to show up. I might go sit out on the porch and wait on them. You never know. When you have a scrambled brain like mine, you just never know. Guys, I wish you peace, happiness, and the best day you can possibly have. I'll see you guys around the tubes. Bye, guys.